You are watching the English news of Binh Phuoc radio television station and newspaper. I'm with you with the latest news for today. Binh Phuoc, a prime destination for investors. Binh Phuoc strives for qualitative change to build a young workforce. Prime Minister attends groundbreaking ceremony of Gia Binh Airport. Vietnam Airlines expands fleet to serve travel demand during Tết holiday. With effective investment attraction policies and abundant potential, Binh Phuoc province is undergoing a significant transformation, becoming an appealing destination for domestic and international investors in industrial production.
In recent years, Binh Phuoc has prioritized industrial infrastructure development, improved the investment environment, and implemented incentive policies. The province emphasizes its four key foundations: quality infrastructure, skilled workforce, favorable policies, and efficient public services to meet investor needs and ensure satisfaction. Over the past 2 years, these efforts have attracted over $1.17 billion in FDI and more than 18.8 trillion Vietnam dong in domestic investment. Investment incentives in Binh Phuoc include land rent and usage fee reductions, direct lease of state-managed land, corporate income tax cuts, and preferential import-export tariffs. Through relentless efforts, Binh Phuoc is solidifying its position as a leading investment destination, creating new opportunities for businesses and workers alike.
Binh Phuoc should focus on crafting and implementing a roadmap for qualitative transformation to secure a youthful and dynamic workforce, enhancing the operational quality of the operators. That was the direction given by Trần Tuệ Hiền, chairwoman of Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee, during a meeting on reshuffling agencies under the Provincial People's Committee.
At the meeting, the Department of Home Affairs presented a draft decision to establish a steering committee for rearranging agencies under the Provincial People's Committee and a draft plan to execute this reorganization. Representatives from the agencies contributed feedback on the streamlining and optimizing the provincial government apparatus. Chairwoman Hiền highlighted the complexity of this reorganization, stressing that it would be impossible to fulfill the task without political determination. She emphasized the principle of central leadership as the example. Local authorities follow suit with a proactive approach of running while queuing. Localities must not wait for guidance, but instead take initiative. The chairwoman noted that the restructuring process will inevitably impact organizations, policies, and interests of each individual in the apparatus. Therefore, careful planning, high resolve, and engagement of all stakeholders are needed to achieve the outlined objectives.
50 years after liberation and 36 years since re-establishment, Đăng has transformed from a poor mountainous district with poor infrastructure into a thriving community. Economic and social development has progressed significantly with improved infrastructure and a better quality of life for residents.
The poverty rate in Đăng district has dropped to just 0.34%, and the average annual income per capita has reached 77 million Vietnam dong, or more than $3,036. In 2023, local budget revenue exceeded 322 billion Vietnam dong. All inter-common roads have been asphalted and inter-village roads concreted. Over 99% of households have been connected to the national power grid, and 99.84% have access to hygienic water. Furthermore, 33 out of 54 schools in the district have met national standards. Đang's economy is shifting in the right direction, with trade and services accounting for 33.6% and industry, construction, and transportation making up 24.6%. The district boasts 12 out of 15 communes meeting new Star Rural standards, including 3 achieving advanced criteria. With its revolutionary legacy, achievements and advantages in land, climate, scenic beauty, and cultural uniqueness, Bundang is poised to continue building a prosperous future and confidently step into the new era of development.
General David Petraeus, chairman of the KKR Global Institute, is paying a working visit to Vietnam. More details in the following report.
On the afternoon of December 10th, Party General Secretary To Lum hosted a reception for Chairman David Petraeus, who is also one of the co-owners of Kohlberg Kravis Roberts Investment Fund, KKR. Affirming that the United States is Vietnam's leading economic and investment partner, the host leader expresses belief that the Vietnam-U.S. relationship will continue to develop strongly in the coming time. The leader suggested that U.S. businesses, including KKR Fund, continue to actively contribute to promoting bilateral cooperation, especially in economic, scientific, and technological cooperation between the two countries. For his part, Chairman David Petraeus said, KKR Fund is very optimistic about the investment prospects in Vietnam, a country with all the strengths that investors desire. He affirmed that Vietnam's priority areas are also KKR's investment focuses, such as telecommunications, green energy development, data centers, and climate change response. On the same afternoon, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh received David Petraeus, chairman of KKR Global Institute. KKR is one of the world's leading investment funds, which has invested more than $2 billion in Vietnam through investments in corporations such as Masan, Vinhomes, eQuest, Kiat Viet, and most recently Saigon Medical Group. Congratulating the successes of KKR Investment Fund, Prime Minister Chinh expected U.S. investors to continue to increase new investments and expand investments in Vietnam. Agreeing with the opinions of the host Prime Minister, David Petraeus suggested that Vietnam continue to improve the investment and business environment and further develop infrastructure in the coming time to attract more investment.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh attended the groundbreaking ceremony for the Gia Binh Airport construction project in Bắc Ninh Province on December 10th.
In addition to serving training and combat readiness of the Vietnam People's Public Security, Gia Binh Airport is also dedicated to flights of party and state leaders, as well as international politicians. In the first phase, a 1,500-meter runway will be constructed, covering an area of 125 hectares in Xuan Lai Commune and Gia Binh Town. The project is expected to be completed within 18 months. Addressing the ceremony, Prime Minister Chinh said that the party and the state have always given the highest attention to the people's public security, alongside developing skilled and modern personnel. It is necessary to have modern infrastructure, equipment, and techniques to serve all forces of the people's public security, including the Air Force, he noted. Gia Binh Airport is a nationally key project with a particularly important role in the country's defense and security infrastructure, he noted, calling for accelerating the project's first phase.
To meet the increasing travel demand during the upcoming Lunar New Year or Tet holiday, Vietnam Airlines has received 3 new aircraft in December, which will provide over 100,000 seats for the big travel period in the largest festival in a year of the Vietnamese people.
Vietnam Airlines received an Airbus A320neo on December 7th and a Boeing 787-10 on December 8th, and is expected to receive another Airbus A320neo by the end of this month. The new aircraft will bring the total fleet of the national flag carrier to 103 aircraft in 2024. Specifically, the airline's wide-body fleet, which includes Boeing 787-9, Boeing 787-10, and Airbus A350, now consists of 31 aircraft. A representative of Vietnam Airlines stated that the newly received Boeing 787-10 will primarily be used on domestic and Northeast Asia routes, while the Airbus A320neo aircraft will serve only on domestic flights.
And that's it for this edition of BPTV News. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.